Music. These are the plaintiffs, Christina and Zoral Vasquez. Christina says her 14-year-old daughter, Claudia, and the defendant's son dated, and she ended up running away from home after she got into an argument with her. No one knew where she was. The SWAT team was combing the woods for her for 6 days, and everyone was trying to find her. The defendants told the cops they didn't know where she was. But 6 days later, they found her hiding out at the defendant's house. The defendants knew she was there. They hid her from everyone. Now they have to pay the $5,000 they're seeking for pain and suffering. Foreign arrest. Melinda and Christopher McManus. Melinda says she found the plaintiff's daughter was hiding in her house the day after she went missing because her son was hiding her. From what she understood, the girl was claiming she was being abused at home, and her son felt he was protecting her. She's currently fighting obstruction charges in criminal court. She felt as if she was helping this girl and certainly doesn't owe the plaintiffs $5,000. They're accused of hiding a fugitive, the defendants, without a camera suit for $2,000 for harassment. All parties, please come to order. Please have been sworn young of your daughter's boyfriend for $5,000 for harboring your daughter during a time that you thought your daughter was missing. Yes, ma'am. What happened? So Friday, August 21st, was the last day of school, and my daughter had to go take a Spanish exam, and she didn't want to go take it. I told her I was going to take her phone away if she didn't go to school. We got into an argument. What was the reason that she didn't want to take it? She said it wasn't important. She felt like she was going to fail anyway. She's how old? 14. Okay, and she just refused, and when I told her I was going to take the phone, she freaked out and ran away. Literally, physically ran away. Yes, where did she go? She ran out our back door. We live by a wooded area to a side street, and that was the last place that a person like one of the neighbors seen her. And were you home? I was at work when I got divorced, and then so, but you were home. Yeah, were you heading to work? Yeah, I was heading to work, and I have 2 other kids at home as well. How old are the other kids? 15 and 5. So she just took off. I just assumed you should show that. Yeah, she never has ran away before. So right. So then what happened? So then I call my husband. I explain everything. We're like, all right, we'll just let her cool off. I'm texting her. Like, where are you? She's not responding. And then come around 3 o'clock and nobody's heard from her, not even the boyfriend that she lives and breathes for at this age. How old is the boyfriend? 16 and she's 14. All right, come on, and then at that point we called. The police made the report at that point. It wasn't missing person. It was just a runaway, right? And then as the night got later, it got darker. Things got more serious. She's a 14-year-old girl. She has a little bit of mental health issues, right? That we're dealing with, so we were just worried we didn't know. And their son was literally the only person that my daughter spoke to. And we have the phone records, and so, but I assumed that it was okay. So did you go to their house and talk to them to find out if your daughter was there? I went the next day and just asked, have they seen her? Did you talk to the boy yourself? The boyfriend comes out. He said that when she was saying that she was running away, she said, I'm running away and I'm going to a friend of mine's house, and then she shut off the phone and he never heard from her. Yeah, that's what he said. So the police took this very seriously. Yes, she was missing for me as well. 6 nights, of course you did. 6 nights. 6 nights, six nights. So what's happening for those 6 days the police are having in all? Point 6. Detectives, 3 at night, 3 during the day, 24 hours searching community, searching SWAT teams in the wires, flyers, helicopters, bloodhound dogs, SWAT teams, community searches. I spoke with them. No leads. And then what happened? Well, basically we feared the worst because, you should at that point. Did they have the detectives convinced that the detectives would come to my house? Because as a mother, I'm like, that boy, she lives and breathes for him. Something he's got to know, something. So the detectives are coming to my house telling me I really don't think he has. That's how convincing he was. They searched that house about 6 times, searched your house. They searched her house 6 times at least. They came over on the 6th morning and said, we just got done doing another search at their house, and we truly do not know what she don't know. And then a couple hours later, and so the mother Melinda's phone, who did, so how do they get your phone? It wasn't my phone, it was my son's phone. How did they get it? So they should have they confiscated it. But when you say confiscated it, you mean like this took it, yeah. See, so at this point they found a message to his mother asking her to distract Dad because Claudia has to go to the bathroom. And then the detective said that's it, they went in, and then they found her. They didn't waste no time, they didn't knock, it is ready to house. Where was she? Underneath his bed, the son's bad Tyler's bed. Show me the report. Do you have the report? Yes, hand it over, please. Applause. Mom. Mission impossible, she needs to pee. Mommy, how are we supposed to occupy Daddy? Respondent, that's your son. I'm trying to think of a way right now, because she has to get downstairs and back up without him seeing. What is this? No, put your hand down, Daddy. You're the one they were trying to occupy. You're the daddy in this, right? Why don't you tell me what's going on, Mommy? That was the first day she was there, and I told my son he could not have her at my house. He needed to get her out. I thought she was gone. I'm sorry. Did you tell that to the police? No. And then so, when the police were looking for this child, you didn't tell them she was here. I thought I was keeping her safe. Because why? Because she told me she was being abused. By whom? Her parents. How? She says she gets beat. She's coming to school with black eyes. Have you ever seen her go to school with a black eye? No. But when she came to my house, she had a huge goose egg on her head. A huge goose egg. Did you take a picture? No. Okay, because I saw the pictures that the police took. It wasn't a huge goose egg, it was. I did see marks. Now let me ask you a question. Why don't you just tell the police that? Because then she would be safe. You could just turn her over to the police, because the police were at your house on the 21st. Why didn't you just turn her over to the police? I was at home when the police were there. Why didn't you pick up the phone and call the police when you heard they came to your house? That's on me. Why did you lie to the police? I thought I was keeping her safe. Over and over you lied to the police each day they came to your house, and you lied. When did you find out that you were harboring a missing child? When, first of all, I didn't know the whole time, and the message that he said that they were trying to distract me because they didn't want me to see her, because they knew I was going to call the cops, because I could have. Did you end up getting charged for obstruction? Okay, you got charged for obstruction. What's going on with your criminal case? It's still pending. Do you understand that while you kept the location of that child's secret? Because I don't believe. First, I told them not to have her there. She was found hiding under his bed in your house. 60. Do you understand that there were parents suffering for 6 days while you did this? Do you understand how lame your answer to me, I thought I was protecting her, is when there are police looking for her? Who could protect her? Yes, Your Honor, she's hiding under a bed of your 16-year-old son. What control do you have over your 16-year-old son? What did you do when you found out me? Yeah, you the cop had to get between us because I was throwing them out of the house for lying to me and for harboring a minor in mind. Are you an adult? Are you a mother? Is that your actual son? How is it that you could allow something like this to go on for 6 days? A man hunt looking for a missing 14-year-old girl who hasn't come home in 6 days, and you know where she is. You know where she is. Your wife keep this from you for how long? It's all times, Your Honor. There's no tell them. I told him to that he had to take her out of there. Yeah, and that's special because she spent 6 days there, Your Honor. They didn't barge into my house. They knocked and asked permission to go up and look. And as every other time I did, I gave them the permission, and I don't understand where was she all those permission times? Why don't you tell me, since you're the inside man? Tell me where she was. Melinda, I don't know. Well, every time the police knocked, would you go up and tell your son, hey, they're here? I wasn't homeless every single time I was at work. Now that everything happened, I presumed that as parents you have sat your son down and gotten to the bottom of what occurred. So where was she every time the police came? Storage area. We have a house that has a big storage area in the up in the second floor. So they would hear a knock, and she would go to the storage area. That's right. And where was she the rest of that time? How do you not know that there's a 14-year-old living in your house for 6 days? I honestly did not. You never walk into your son's room. Judge, I'm a certified youth therapist. I could lose my job for this. That's not my question. My question is, you never walk into your son's room, usually upstairs. No, because when I do, his room is trashed, and it upsets me. I go up there once a week. That's a total ring of truth. So you didn't find your wife was acting. How long have you been married to her? We've been together for 25 years. You didn't find that she was acting a little hinky? No, ma'am, no, judge. And did she? Let me ask you a question. You say they had a police had a stand between me and my son. What did you do when you found out your wife knew the whole time? My wife's heart is a lot bigger than her brain, is about this big, And I don't know about how big her heart is because your wife is massively, massively out of line to harbor someone else's child. That's not a heart thing. Okay, you have no idea. Do you know what you put these parents through? Do you know the suffering they went through? Do you know the tax dollars that you spent by having this massive manhunt with helicopters going on? Why you kept your little mouth shut about her whereabouts? Do you understand the amount of suffering that you poured on these people? Yes. Do you? Yes, I hope they seek jail time against you. She's never. I'm worried that that won't happen. Well, just never apologize. Forever apologize. I'm very sorry for heartbreaking ya. Can you look at me? My eyes, though. I'm very sorry for harboring your daughter. I should have never done it. I was taking her word, and I didn't know what was going on, and it's my fault. I never looked at me the 6 years. The 6th, it is the 6 days of suffering, are completely your fault. Welcome back to People's Court. Harvey 11 here. Were these parents wrong by not telling the plaintiffs and not telling the cops? Absolutely, because in this world, justice is very important, and the decent and the right thing to do, and the moral thing to do, and I can speak as a rabbi, and say that is they had to report it. The cops, yes, not necessarily to the parents of the girl, but to the guys, to the cops. Oh, that's interesting. What do you say? I think they should have at least told the parents where the daughter was, and if they had concerns, go to the police. They're liable. Fair enough. Good points here. Going inside the courtroom now. What's going on with your daughter? Now we have her in counseling. She has a mentor. We're all in family counseling as well. How is it going? Well, with the interruption from their family? It's not going well at all. Tell me what you mean by that. Every day, my husband and I will leave to work. She sneaks out. She goes to their house. The father told the officers she can come here any she wants because there's no order protection between Claudia and her, even though. Can I just ask you a question? Why are you noticing? Why would you guys invite the 14-year-old back to your house after all this? This was after the judge upstate had said that her and Tyler could see each other. Why would you want her and Tyler to see her? Why would you want this to continue? Because he had zero control over your child. He's 16. I have all control over here. Then why would you not want to put the kibosh on this when it can only lead to some kind of trouble? It was legal. That's not my question, is it? No, ma'am, but no, Your Honor, it's not, but it was legal, and all I wanted to do was follow the law as you could follow the law, and not have original considering that you were harboring her willingly or not, and that your wife is charged with illegally harboring her and obstruction justice. So why would you want to continue to have her there and to deflower this relationship? The judge at home said that there was no restraining order, and they were allowed. You nodded your head, said, when she said that you had said she's welcome there any time she is, as long as it's legal right. And supervised, which the judge said, by me supervising. Oh, all of a sudden you're home now all the time, and you know what's going on. 6 days. There was a fugitive in your house, a runaway child. But now you're all over it. You know what's going on in supervising stuff. He's 16 and in love. I mean, he's very depressional. And he likes her, and he loves her, and Your Honor, the probation officer went over to their house and told them Claudia is not allowed to be here. Why don't you go to a judge and get them arrested? They can't arrest her because she's only not him, and they just all they'll do is they'll remove Claudia and take her home. So on August 28th, she was there. We've had it. We called the police. We send them there. They send her home again. Now that's the same day the anonymous CPS reports called in on us. Oh, let's talk about so the 29th. Wait, so CPS filed the CPS complaint. This phone call supposedly from my 14-year-old daughter, who doesn't even have a phone, but she does because Melinda got her a phone. And then there was an anonymous report. I don't understand how another set of parents can decide they're going to parent. I'm sorry. And there's nothing you can do about it. There has to be something you can do. Well, their son turned 17 on September 4th, and we told our daughter that if she has any contacts with him, that we will be pressing the statutory rape charges. That is the only level up that we have had. So we're trying. You know, school's got himself. You are setting your son up first. I told him, I said one day at their house, I'm calling the cops. Statutory rapes are being charged. I remember my lawyers do that toy kid and ruin his life. Well, I met with my lawyer to make sure. So when I do ask them, I want to make sure that the 17-year-old was right when she does get along With him, the lawyer said, let's go, but it's just a matter of timing right now. Yes, it's been so we're just waiting patiently. If you really do have a lawyer, you're talking to file that lawsuit now, so there's a court order so that you don't have to rely on anybody else, but that judge to see to it that they don't interfere with your efforts to regain control over your wayward 14-year-old daughter. That's correct, ma'am, but don't wait any longer. I tried to get order protections, but because we're not related, and she's a minor, they wouldn't give them to me. I don't understand. She's a minor, and that's why it should be granted. That's what I don't understand. But if you can't get it that way, then go into court for it. Okay, now, what is this iPhone 6? Plus Ugg boots and sweater. Those are the things she ran away with that Friday morning, never to be seen again, which was reported to the CPS worker. Melinda had it. And then I have a message from the detective saying the dad says they don't have it, but I've never seen anything. How do you know Belinda had it with that phrase? My CPS worker said I can try to get you. That's not the same as knowing Belinda had it. Do you have something from the CPS worker saying that that's the thing she couldn't release? She can't give us the case. I don't understand. Why not? Because you guys ended up taking time off, lost from work. You're suffering for pain and suffering for, according to you, a false claim with CPS and harassment. Yes, let me hear from you guys on the falsity of the CPS claim. Did you call that and know the when she went to the hospital on the date Claudia chose on the day she was found to go to the hospital? The social worker that's at the hospital contacted CPS. We didn't contact them. I haven't contacted them. I haven't made any false reports like a hospital. You have some texts between your son and your daughter, correct? Is there something funny to you? No, Your Honor. I just wanted you because you keep breaking into a smile, and I'm trying to understand why you keep breaking it. I just feel like something that's utterly heartbreaking, and you're doing it now too. I agree, but it's what they're saying. It's making me smile because there's nothing funny about what they're saying. They're lying. That's lying. Shouldn't make you smile, okay? Under no circumstances should there be a smile on your face. Let's talk about the text between the kids. I'm sorry, right? Apologize. Who's talking to who in these texts? Tyler and Claudia, my daughter, and their son. I'm telling you that blank is definitely the moves. I'm trying to torture her with you. That'd be the literal funniest blank. As she saw us pull up as torturers, I could imagine her being so scared knowing we're about to blank her up. I don't care. I'll go with you if I have to. I just don't want to leave your arms again. I hate waiting when it comes to you. I lose way too much patience and get way moody. I wish we didn't have to wait, knowing we both want to see each other so much. She responds, I just miss you. I can't wait to just hold your face and kiss you until I can't breathe anymore. He responds, if only with how crazy we both feel like we could only give Christina, that's you, the worst of the worst, and nobody else. Could I know you hate her? I hate her even more. She's the problem to everything. I wish she would just drop dead, Your Honor. This is the maybe a few months from now we can make it seem like we drift apart or something, so if I ever run away again, they won't question you, believe me. I hate her enough to know. I hate her enough, I know. You have to despise this thing. Dropping dead ain't even enough for her, though she needs torture, so she wishes death torture her. So bad her body is irreparable, keep her alive, so she's even more mentally unstable, and kill her off as she lived her paranoid filled life. If you could do that and not go to jail, you know, I'd let you. Baby Christina deserves the worst of the worst, blah blah blah. You give me the best always since day one. You sacrificed so much for me. I hope she gets more than fired. Let me see her on fire. I want to hear her screams out for help as her flesh burns and sticks to her ugly face. Now let me ask you, sir, as a therapist for youth. Yes, ma'am, are you perhaps thinking now that having her around your son may not be the best thing? It's not the unhealth. It's not the healthiest thing, Your Honor, because if this is what she's writing your son and your son's in love, maybe that you had never heard this, I never saw that. How do you know this isn't going to be just another one of those cases? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind, both of you. You think you have the facts to make decisions that are so weighty and that will have such effect on people's lives, including your own son, and you don't have the facts. You guys need to run, not walk, to a civil courthouse to file a complaint for their interference and your parental rights. You need to talk to your lawyer about it, and you need to do it today so that it can get in front of a judge who will then order them not to have anything to do with your daughter. Quite frankly, I don't know how you can continue to work on this with two adults who have the hubris to think they know better and to continue to go against what you want as parents and what everyone is working towards in unification. All of the professionals, all of the cops, all of the probation officers, all of the therapists, everyone's working towards a goal that they are stopping you from achieving, so stop being a victim. Go to court and file a lawsuit to get the order that you want. You understand? In the meantime, I'm going to rule on what's in front of me here. You have a counterclaim for $2,000 against them for harassment. What's that about them threatening to kill me, my son, when he's looking for his daughter, and she's there after she was found to threaten to kill me, my kids. But after that, you continue to have her over, and she's welcome there whenever you want, because according to you, because of the legal. And then he would go there. It was okay, right? So he would go there, and he wrote everything it upstate. Yes, how is his presence there is to kill you, as opposed to get his daughter, which is what they keep doing. A beer. Did you hear my question? Why are you deducing that his presence in front of your house would be to kill you, as opposed to get his daughter from you, his 14-year-old daughter? He was already returned. I'm not talking about the big hiding incident with helicopters. I'm talking about after that the probation officer went to your house, and she was there, and you both looked me in the face, and she's welcome there anytime. It's perfectly legal, and I'm gonna keep walking her there. That's right, the judge said I'm not going against the judge's order. Do you hear what I said? Yeah. I'm talking about, I don't think you're talking about freaking wall. That's what's happening here. I keep talking and nothing's going in your thick head. That's crazy, because you're so busy trying to be right that you don't understand the position. Get out of my courtroom. I've had enough with your laughing. Okay, thank you very much. Listen to me. I need everybody to listen to me, because our contact here is going to be over. Okay, but you guys have to go back to your children who don't listen, and I don't mean to. I know that when you have a child who is becoming governable, that people get through this, that child will grow. That child one day is going to be a woman, a mother. She's going to have a job. And if there's a God, she's going to have her own children, right? And then her children will give her some trouble, and that's the day she'll look back at the two of you and beg forgiveness. And you know it's just this isn't gonna work. But you know while you're working on this so hard, the last thing you need are two unrepentant, smug other parents interfering. So I don't really care about an iPhone. I don't really care about Ugg boots. I don't really care about a sweater. I care about lost wages, because they hid your child, and when you sue for the rest of that money for pain and suffering for making a false claim, I don't know whether they're the ones who made that false claim, but I sure as heck know they're the ones who had that child in their house and have caused you a great deal of pain and suffering. So I am ordering Mr. and Mrs. McManus to pay you the $5,000 cap that you are asking for in this courtroom. But again, it's not going to stop until you get at that court order on your counterclaim against them. For $2,000, here's a shocker no. I wish you the best of luck. Don't give up on her, no, because if she feels, but I'm really, you know what, I'm actually talking to you, right? I never will. I know you are her mother. There is no other. I am her. That lady isn't her mother. The lady who walked out isn't her mother. You are her mother, and she needs to feel like you're gonna keep fighting, okay? You have to shine as a mother. Thank you, Your Honor. Well, in a riveting case, the plaintiff has prevailed. They're going to get the $5,000, Miss McManus. You just got leveled by the judge, too. What are you thinking right now? Pardon, no comment. Right now, no comment at all, thank you. Though you know you lost the case big time, I know. And it's not over. I know you have more legal. I know issues facing you in court. You could go to jail. I know. It's possible. I guess the question is, if you learned anything from all of this, you keep allowing her into your home. I didn't allow her in my home. My husband did. I own my home. But I should steal my ground and not have around my house anymore, you know. I hope you've learned something from this experience, because you know in real other quote could be worse, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Mrs. Vasquez, but this is really a rough situation, no. I'm just happy. I don't think the judge for letting the truth come out and seeing them for what they really are, jerks. As parents we have to work together. Our life was perfectly fine before this. We were a happy family, and we're going to continue. Let's hope you can get there somehow, some way. We'll be fine too. Just gotta get rid of them. Okay, good luck to you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Okay, come on, Harvey. Okay, just so you know, Doug, they got money actually for emotional distress. They had said they We're suing for pain and suffering. Just so you know, pain and suffering usually requires some kind of a physical injury that attaches to it. That's not the case here, but it is outrageous conduct, and therefore you get money for emotional distress.